We serve notionally regional American cuisine, which is quite all-encompassing, gives us a lot of freedom to pick and choose. And then in particular from the South, and we found that's really where our emphasis over the years has slowly started concentrating on. So we're located in the heart of the city. It's about halfway between St. Paul's and Blackfriars, about 30 seconds walk from the cathedral itself, tucked away in this little lovely side street called Carter Lane. So we're quite easy to miss, but a lot easier to find the second time around.
So we decided to do American food because I was an American in London and I was quite homesick for sort of the usual food. The whole like Southern hospitality and just all that warmth and generosity really spoke to us, and that's what we try to embody in terms of hospitality here at the restaurant. And just, you know, everyone loves fried chicken, right? So it's just, we're serving what people love.
We try to avoid ever claiming authenticity. For a couple of reasons. One is that everybody's got their own idea of what authentic is. From an ingredient and provenance perspective, we would struggle to do something truly authentically. Sometimes, not always. We'll improvise and we'll refine and we'll change things as we see fit, both because of product availability and just to make things more appropriate for the London market. We get an awful lot of Americans coming in, and the vast majority of them tend to think stuff tastes like they expect. So that's generally a good sign that one way or another we're sort of keeping it broadly authentic.
We have a lot of American expats, so it's nice when they come through our doors and they're like, oh man, you know, I really miss this, and it's so nice to eat this here when I miss it so much. So it's a really good feeling to be able to feed these guys who are missing the food, and to introduce people who have never traveled to the States to things like gumbo and jambalaya, you know, clam chowder. Things are just, you know, you don't really find that frequently here. Something beyond burgers and hot dogs and maybe what they think they know about American food.
We want people to come for a really very high quality experience, but at the same time for it to be unpretentious, for it to be relaxed. I wanted it to be somewhat evocative of sort of some of the dining rooms in the South that I've been to, sort of old plantation houses, that kind of thing. So we've gone for fairly clean, sophisticated colour palette, gone for nice warm woods and that sort of thing. We try to create a very warm and inviting and almost familial atmosphere. So, I mean, as you can see just from looking around this place, it's a bit more homely.
I was always just an amateur, enthusiastic home cook. I worked under our previous head chefs, and then I just sort of learned along the way and grew confident that way. And so food has always been obviously a passion of mine, a great interest. I love learning about it, obviously love eating.
We don't want to use hot sauce in all of our food because obviously, you know, it should be complementary to rather than dominating. But it goes lovely with things like our burgers and that sort of thing. We've got Crystal, which we get in from Louisiana, which is very hard to get a hold of over here, but we finally managed to get a reasonably reliable supply of it. So that goes in the gumbo we tend to recommend. But yeah, we use it for, or we make it available to our customers for all manner of food. And if they want it, they've got a wide selection of different types, styles and heats. Cocktails are surprisingly popular. We've only got one barman at any given time, so it's always a little bit frenetic, but yeah, they managed to get by. We do a lot of sourcing of very rare and hard to get a hold of, specifically bourbons, but I mean everything under the sun. We try to charge very fair prices as well, because we want it to be accessible to people who otherwise can't find it. So the Fat Bear, we thought it sounded quite warm, quite inviting, and it's, you know, quintessentially bears are very American. So.